This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Hi, I'm Cindy Harris. Welcome to Come for Tea.
Here's something great to serve with tea. It's called a Crustless Spinach Quiche. Now to get started, we need just a 9-inch pie pan, and because this is crustless, we need to put just a little baking spray on there to kind of keep the eggs and the cheese from sticking. Then the next thing we want to do is cut up a whole onion, and we want to chop it up fairly finely. Now you'll notice I'm wearing my onion goggles. I have a really hard time chopping onions without my eyes getting really watery, and these onion goggles work great. And like I said, you do want to chop this up fairly fine. And then you're going to want to get one shallot. Now a shallot is like an onion. It's a little bit sweeter, and it really gives a nice depth of flavor to this dish. So get one shallot, and again, you want to chop it up very finely as well. So when you're done chopping, this is what your onions and your shallots should look like. Then we want to go over to the stove, and we want to get a large saute pan. Put just about a tablespoon or two of olive oil. We want to put the pan on a medium heat. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our shallot and our onions in that pan, and we're just going to saute them very gently for about 6 or 7 minutes. We don't want them to necessarily brown at this point, but we do want them to begin cooking. And while the shallots and onion are cooking, you want to get about a 10 to 14 ounce bag of frozen spinach leaves. Now, if you can find organic spinach that's frozen, it tastes fantastic. But you do want to defrost it and squeeze all of the liquid out of it, and then go ahead and put it in the pan with your onions and shallot and kind of cook it for a few minutes to get the mixture as dry as possible. Sometimes that spinach can really hold a lot of water. And once you've kind of got this mixture kind of all cooked together, then you can just take the whole pan, pull it off the heat, and set it aside to cool while we get the other ingredients for the quiche ready. Now, it wouldn't be a quiche without eggs, and we need 5 whole eggs. And you'll notice I'm cracking each one in a little bowl, then putting it in the big bowl, just in case I get a piece of shell or something. I haven't ruined all the eggs that I've already cracked. And once you get them in your big bowl, then just go ahead and get a whisk, and you're going to want to just break those up a little bit. Now we're going to add 3/4 pound of grated Muenster cheese. Muenster has a really great flavor in this quiche, but you could also use Gruyere, Fontina, Jack, whatever you like. And then go ahead and use your whisk and mix that cheese in with those eggs. Then it's time just to add a little bit of kosher salt and a couple of turns of cracked black pepper. Then it's time to go over to the stove and get your spinach and onion mixture that you've sauteed. Now that's cooled enough so that when you put it in with those eggs, it's not super hot and the eggs won't immediately start to cook. So once we get that into the bowl, just use your whisk and bring those together. Then all we have to do is take this mixture and put it into our pie dish. Now the pie dish we've sprayed with cooking spray, so this isn't going to stick at all. So how easy is it to not have a crust to deal with? And go ahead, get it in the pie dish, kind of flatten it out a little bit so it's in a nice level layer, and then we're going to put it in a 350-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. And when it comes out, the edges should be nice and golden like this, and the center should be set. Just to double check though, I always like to put a knife right in the center and make sure it comes out clean. Well, this crustless spinach quiche is an excellent complement to any afternoon tea. It's easy to put together and it's really delicious.
For more information on this episode, go to our website and visit the Come for Tea show notes. Also, if you have any questions or ideas, send us an email. Thanks for watching. It's time for tea.